What? No. Let's go to this other one. Yes. Greetings. Salute a tutti gli amici. Io sono Michaelangelo Buonarroti e Vtubing chi vuole regali felici. Okay. Well, now this is going to be a bit more of a lore-centered stream. We are going to try something new. We love trying something new, right? Right. So, just one moment. You have no idea how nervous I am. I am actually quite a teensy bit nervous. Yes. Let's add this, and I am going to add a very small filter to this one. Alright, now technically speaking, yeah, okay, it is working. Excellent. Now, oh yeah, nice. Okay, let's try this then. Through the many centuries, let's try the character voice again. Let's try the character voice. This one. Alright. Through the many centuries, I lived on. I continued the legacy and the hopes of my maestro. His joy and happiness could be found in the breeze between the leaves, in the... Oh yeah, I'm so nervous. In the crowd of petals, in the shades of all the flowers, in the smiles of people, en la sonrisa de la gente. Whenever there was happiness, there was my maestro's joy. And there, I was given more and more shape, more and more life, until I came to you. I hope you can forgive my shyness, however, as I am still getting accustomed to this word. Okay. Oh. I am sorry. Boy, you guys had no idea. Like, I am listening to my heartbeat right on my ear. It's like... Could they be... Are the people already here? Oh, there are. Well, asombroso. That is delightful. Eso es en verdad asombroso. Questo è maravilloso. Alright. Well, here I am. Hola. Ciao. Ciao alle amici. Ciao a tutti gli amici. Do you know what amici means? Amici means friends. You people are my friends. Alright, well, as you can see, it's a bit difficult to notice, but did you notice? It's difficult to tell up close, but actually, my eyes are different colors. This left eye is blue, whereas this other eye is green. It's a very gentle shade of green. It's delightful, is it not? These were the colors envisioned by my maestro. A wise, noble man, one of the most insightful spirits of his era. A truly, truly wise man. Very well. And as you can see, he was also responsible for this outfit. Beautiful, is it not? Simple yet elegant. Simple pero elegante. Italian men are known, after all, for their elegance. And of course, especially in the era of my maestro, though it was a very difficult era in many manners, in many ways, there was also a great love towards opulence and joy. A great love, I am sorry, towards opulence and artistry. It is no coincidence, and it might have be considered as well the hand of providence that my maestro was born in such an era. Now, what is this that you see right here on the... Did you see this on the edge of my tie? It is the design of a wing. See? Originally, I was designed as a cherub. As a cherub, un querubín. Cherubs are the quote-unquote lowest type of angel. And especially in the era of the Renaissance, they were a symbolization of innocence and joy. Many things which my maestro felt in great quantity when he had designed me. I am sorry, it's just you people cannot imagine how nervous I am. I have no idea why I am so nervous, but okay. Now, it is perhaps part of that innocence why I was designed with such short shorts. They are just very boyish, very youthful, are they not? No. I think that it is beautiful in any case. And now, here is all of me. Elegant and simple, is it not? Oh, why am I standing atop the table? That's... Alcanis, please. Don't be... Don't be so ill-accustomed, Alcanis. It is hardly polite to be standing at a table like this. No. Non buono. Very well. Mille grazie. È un piacere verlos a todos. Once again, il mio nome è Michaelangelo Buonarroti. And I am, I suppose we could call, descendant of il great maestro, il Divino, Michaelangelo di Lodovico da Buonarroti Simoni. Yes, the painter of the Sixtine Chapel, the sculptor of La Pietà, and the sculptor of La Estatua de David. I am honored. I feel truly honored to be able to call such a noble lineage my own. Wonderful. Isn't this music just wonderful? All these different passages and moods. They forget my nervousness, however. It is the natural anxiety which surges forth from attempting any new venture. But such a thing is natural, is it not? As another great sage has mentioned, that being Ishoroku Yamamoto-san. yeah, go man. No, not that one. Not that one. I apologize. My apologies. As Miyamoto Musashi Sensei had written, all things are difficult at first. Bows are difficult to pull, as swords are difficult to wield. Attempting any new venture is in itself naturally difficult, and surely there will be mistakes and adverse steps committed along the way. It is not but a part of learning, a part of continuing upon a path. So, being honored to be part of such a noble lineage, I wish to share some of the wonderful art that my maestro had created. As well, I must confess, having recently woken up from a centuries-long slumber, there are many things which I am not able to remember about my maestro and his life. There are simply vague traces of emotion that remain. Emotions such as answer? What? Emotions such as away. And I remember the many sleepless nights where my maestro had his eyes set only on celestial glory. I remember the smell of oil paintings, and I remember the tiredness which he hardly even noticed amidst all the work. Greetings, Espanta. It is quite pleasing to have you as a company here. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Espanta. Face blue smiling, hand pink waving. Hello, Espanta. I had not slept last night because I was addicted to streaming. Now I know why you enjoy it so much. It is indeed quite delightful. It is indeed quite entertaining, is it not? To have the blessed opportunity to share a moment with so many people. Thank you, the music is too high. Alright. Let's lower it a teensy bit in here. Do I feel okay? I am extremely nervous, but aside from that, I feel okay. In the case that you are referring as to why I am speaking so differently as I am normally accustomed, It's because this is I guess you could say a lore playing stream. More of a lore centered stream. So oh, I think that I know what the matter is. Very well. Alright, well, let us lower this one a bit more and let us continue. But I feel you sound a bit down? No. I am fine. Simply nervousness. Simple nervousness. What was your first streaming incident about? What happened? I hope that nothing bad. Do not worry. It is simply a misstep. Simplemente un paso errado. Los errores son naturales. Alright. Let us start. Let us begin. What is Japanese lessons? Okay. Marvelous. This should be it. What is Francis? Oh, here it is. Things that happens. Does things happen? Does things happen? But it is most certain that, especially when someone starts streaming, it is very unlikely that they will have a dedicated clipper or someone following them and out as to clip a moment such as that. I will recommend, if possible, to edit out that part from the bot, from the video. Okay, all right. Oh, hey. Let's remove a studio mode. We don't have more music. What is going on here? Okay, wonderful. Oh, it's good that you deleted it from the bot. That is wonderful. Very well. Questo è il mio maestro, il Divino. Michaelangelo Buonarroti Simoni. Italian. How is this pronounced? Michaelangelo di Lodovico Buonarroti Simoni. I think it will be something like that, I believe. Born 1475, right around the end, well, not right around the end, but on the late period of the 15th century, and passed away in the midst of the 16th century, almost shortly after the main surge of the Renaissance, of the Enlightenment. Fascinating. And also, that will make me around 500 years of age. So many things that happened since then. Yes, a great deal of things that happened. Well, I was asleep through most of them, so it's no biggie. No biggie? No, that's the casual word. It is no significant matter. You also know about history, huh? Oh, to some degree. Just to some degree. And more in a hobbyist sense. Very well. And can I send you a personality test? Do feel free to do so, and I will annotate it for the next Satsu stream. For the next Just Chatting stream. Known mononymously as Michaelangelo, was an Italian sculptor, painter, architect, and poet. Yes, my maestro made a great amount of poems. He was also a renowned writer. You see, in that era especially, it was considered particularly meritorious for a dedicated artist to give his all and to do his utmost effort into achieving the mastery of multiple arts. A venture which my maestro, with his characteristic devotion to divine perfection, was outstanding in. Born in the Republic of Ferrer, Scusa means apologies in Italian. My apologies. Scusa. Born in the Republic of Florence, modern-day Italy, his work was inspired by models from classical antiquity. Of course, most certainly. And he had a lasting influence on Western art. Michelangelo's creative abilities and mastery in a range of artistic arenas define him as an archetypical Renaissance man. Yes, the true and symbolical Renaissance man, along with his rival and elder contemporary, Leonardo da Vinci. Another outstanding historical figure, one we shall study in further depth in the future. Recti. Blinded I almost was, oh no, by the forgotten luminosity of thy state. Well, I am delighted to know that nothing happened to your vision. I would be heartbroken to know that anything might have happened, any harm might have befallen you. Yo. Yeah. Just talking might be preferable. Hello or ole to Jerry Hermano. Welcome so much, so many welcomes. Benvenuti a tutti gli amici, benvenuti. And as well, also, hola, ciao a Sonic 3. Ciao, salve amico, salve. Welcome to everyone. Welcome. Very well. Let us continue. Now that this is more or less a role-playing stream, I normally do not converse in this manner of speech. Normally, I talk like a normal person, and because I am breaking the Vtuber character playing, I can mention or explain like two things. So why am I talking in this way? The traditional appeal to Vtubing was to play a character, and because I am someone who really appreciates the traditional aspect of Vtubing, I really do want to try. I do want to try playing the character, as well. Partly because we couldn't really afford to buy mother books when I was a kid. I grew up reading a lot of ancient literature, so that's why I have the vocabulary that I have. Well, just chatting streams, or I saw a little bit of your Michael Jackson stream, for example. Those might be preferable. And Recti Ranjit. Oh, alright, I forgot. We do not have. We cannot use the soundboard if we. What's that, Pim? Oh, so it actually does play, huh? Marvelous. But where does it play? Oh, it must be playing in the mixer, in OBS itself. Marvelous. Very well. Recti from Twitch asks or inquires, how fare thee, your highness? I am faring well, thank you so very much for asking. Now that you had visited the stream, I am faring even better. You see, whenever I am so nervous. I am so shy. Whenever you visit my stream, my day always turns into a perfect and a marvelous one. I do not believe that such a thing is coincidence. Not in the least. Don't cars? Oh, you are right. I do beg your pardon. I certainly ought not to say such woeful words like or even worse than that, the terrible insult of insult. No, sorry, I don't. No, not an insult, not an insult. The terrible bad word as. Not at all. Ay, yo sé que... A joyous occasion it is when bountiful do visit thy stream. It certainly is. It always fills me with joy. Or well, to be more precise, more grammatically precise, I suppose, they always fill me with joy. It always fills me with joy to see them. Scusi, maestro, scusi. Scusi is a more formal or serious way of saying apologies in Italian. So it will be more like, I beg your pardon, maestro, or I beg for time forgiveness, maestro. Scusi, maestro. Very well. Continuing. Given the sheer volume of surviving correspondence, sketches, and reminiscences, in this case referring to personal manuscripts, letters, or other written documents, Michelangelo is one of the best documented artists of the 16th century. He was lauded by contemporary biographers as the most accomplished artist of his era. I must say, if I remember correctly, they also said some other things about my maestro. The English Wikipedia falls short in praise. Let me see, is this in here? In fact, Michelangelo, my maestro, was the first artist in all of human history to receive the honor and the privilege of, here it is, to have 2 biographies written about his person during his own life. The first one, Le vite e de più eccellente pittori, scultori e architettori, written by Giorgio Vasari. It was published firstly in the year 1550, closing in towards the end of his life. And finally, partly because El Mio Maestro was not completely satisfied by said biography, he charged one of his closest students, Il Signore Ascanio Condivi, even a disciple of Michelangelo, to write La Vita de Michaelangelo Buonarroti. He was profoundly and earnestly admired by his contemporary figures, not only by figures within the artistic realm, but even figures of the aristocracy and the church of the papacy held him in the highest of esteem. You see, for a long time, religious figures were also one of the greatest patrons of art, and due to a collusion of many factors, it was also common for rich, powerful, and influential figures of the era to patron the arts. In fact, that is where the idea of the concept of patronage comes from. The concept of a rich or influential figure supporting almost completely an individual artist so that he can focus completely on the achievement of his artistic project. As a matter of fact, many of Michelangelo's greatest works, such as La Pietà, or more precisely, La Estatua de la Pietà, which we can observe right now. Here it goes. I am simply La Estatua de la Pietà. So marvelous. This is simply my apologies. I seem to have been stunned for a moment. But is it not wonderful? Is it not beautiful to see all of the effort, all of the sacrifices that Il Mio Maestro had committed in order to catch a glimpse of glory and divinity, a glimpse of perfection? What was the quote? I saw the angel in the marble and I set him free. Yes, I believe that is what he said. And he certainly set this image of divinity free. Though of course, the flesh of my maestro, the human life of my maestro, had long since passed. His effort, his craft, his work, his spirit had perdured, had survived through the ages and centuries for us to see and to enjoy and to love right here and right now. And also, amici, as well, my friends. In a way, we are just like my maestro, are we not? We are as human. We are as capable of doing great things. This is, in some ways, your legacy as well. It is truly my belief that you can achieve things which are as beautiful, as joyous, and as meritorious as this amazing, this everlasting work of art. That's why I am so honored to be a descendant of Michelangelo, to be able to remind you that there are wonderful and beautiful things in the world, and that such art and glory also lives within yourself. Yes, very well. Do pardon me as I seem to have gotten a bit off track, as people in the modern era say. I am so nervous. I am so nervous actually. Okay. Alright. Let me catch up on the chat. But also, remember that this is sculpted in marble, and this was essentially a commissioned work requested by a bishop whose name simply escapes me. I do beg your pardon. And yet it is casted in the finest of close work. It looks a moment of history captured in perfection. The drapes, the composition, the vertical or diagonal arrangement. Bellissimo. Simply una obra maestra. Una verdadera obra maestra. Well, that is what such arrangements in that era of my maestro were able to create. Alright. Let us continue. Oh, but first let's catch up on chat a little bit. What had been the undertaking of our Lord on this day? You flatter me so much, Erected. My maestro was molto divino, very divine. I will admit, I am but an humble drawing. I am but an humble sketch. But I had... have I done anything of significance today? Oh well, a couple of things I believe. I had been working tirelessly for a little thing I had prepared for all of you this October. I am sure that you will love it. I know that you will love it. Your maestro, il mio maestro. Is your character a failing? Well, I am sorry. English is my third language. Is your character a fallen angel? Not quite. My character is a design or a sketch designed by il mio maestro, Michaelangelo di Lodovico di Buonarroti Simoni, upon which he poured all his desires for joy and for happiness. If I may exit the role-playing for a bit, it is because I want to, I don't know if necessarily remind people, but rather things such as beauty, joy, and artistry, like truly great, fine and dedicated artistry, are things that are always really important enjoying and remembering. Nowadays, especially in the modern era, because of a bunch of factors that it doesn't really matter right now to get into why they happen, we tend to generally be covered in frivolity, and there is generally a cultural reluctance to focus or to delve too much into looking into or enjoy something that is truly sincere and deep. And the joy of being able to see things like this is that, while of course, like things like, for example, constant distractions on Twitter or constant distractions by the internet, social discussions about the stuff that happens online, or even quote-unquote frivolical stuff, like it doesn't really matter. The point is that there are a lot of distractions in life, and I think it's wonderful and important to be able to remember occasionally just how high can the human spirit and artistry soar. And draping myself in the lore or in the aesthetic of people from the Enlightenment, though more precisely the Renaissance. The Enlightenment and the Renaissance are technically separate periods, but they happen kind of concurrently. Is a good way, I believe, to remember that, to enjoy that. It is something that I believe can be useful for people, like genuinely useful. Very well. Catching up on chat. You are the kind of person, you are the kind of guy who will be accepted. Who will be accepted on the woman's springs in Japan. For popular petition. Well, that is quite an amusing observation. Thank you. Actually, I am not quite certain of this fact, but I had read in one occasion that in the past, onsen springs were co-ed, where both genders were allowed in. I believe the same was true for saunas in the past. The idea of completely gender-separated springs only took part sometime from 1950s onwards, if I am not mistaken, though of course I cannot be certain of such a thing. I cannot be completely certain of such a thing. Very well. But actually, I do believe that maybe there are maybe some places in Japan where that mixed gender spring situation and does still apply. I am not certain, however. I am not certain. That is why people are 1,000% happier when they don't have Twitter. That is true. That is true. Twitter can be... Twitter can be quite a thing. Twitter can be quite a thing. Alright. Let us continue with the reading. Michelangelo achieved fame early. Two of his best-known works, the Pietà and La Estatua di David, were sculpted before the age of 30. People in that time and make sure to achieve great feats at a young age. One moment, please. Although he did not consider himself a painter, oh, was he not? Now that this article mentions it, I remember that he had chiefly considered himself a sculptor. That was what he loved the most. I think I remember my maestro being very young, almost as young as I am now, and feeling great happiness, a very innocent joy, with a chisel in his hand. What is this feeling? It's almost innocent, like a joyful person playing with mud, playing with stone. How fascinating. But it's a happy feeling. I feel happy. Almost as happy as when I am with you. Yes. Although he did not consider himself a painter, Michelangelo created two of the most influential frescoes. A fresco will be a painting that was painted upon a wall or a structure, rather than on a canvas. In the history of Western art, the scenes from Genesis on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Rome, quite probably one of his most famous works, and the Last Judgment on its altar wall. His design of the Laurentian Library pioneered Mannerist architecture. What is Mannerist architecture? Oh, wait. that was close. I did not expect. El mio maestro was also an architect. Not so much to the sculpture, but due to his proficiency in visual arts. You see, in that era, it was considered that all of the arts, at least visually, were an extension of drawing, were an extension of illustration. So if someone was was an outstanding painter or an outstanding sculptor, it was considered that by logic from that, and with only some level of further preparation, he could become an outstanding architect as well. And also, the amount of study, effort, and exertions which my maestro had done in order to achieve mastery in every objective he had set his sights into must not be understated. It must not at all be understated. At the age of 71, he succeeded Antonio da Sangallo the Younger as the architect of St. Peter's Basilica. Is that so? But was my maestro the person behind the conception of La Basilica de San Pedro? I do not remember. Was it not designed before? This is curious. I do. Scusami, amici. There are so many things which I still don't remember. Michelangelo transformed the plan so that the western end. Michelangelo transformed the plan so that the western end was finished to his design, as was the dome, with some modification, after his death. Oh, excellent. This is the mention of his biography. Miguel Angel. Actually, let me see. What's his name? Michaelangelo Buonarroti. Michelangelo was the first Western Michelangelo. Michelangelo was the first Western artist whose biography was published while he was still living. 3 biographies were published during his lifetime. 3? I had only known of 2. One of them, by Giorgio Vasari, proposed that Michelangelo's work transcended that of any artist living or dead. Oh yes, many of his contemporaries, many of the people that were alive during his era, commonly agreed that Michelangelo was the greatest artist of his time, was the greatest artist of his living era, and was supreme in not one art alone, but in all 3. Can I say this in Italian? Suprema en no solo una arte, ma en 3. I cannot say it in Italian, I am sorry. In his lifetime, Michelangelo was often called Il Divino, the Divine One. His contemporaries admired his terribilità, his ability to instill a sense of awe, of asombro in the viewers of his art. And we certainly sense that, right? As soon as you lay your eyes in a work such as La Pietà, or a work so encompassing that requires so much sacrifice, time, and devotion, true devotion and effort, such as the Sistine Chapel, as the statue of David, he gave his entire lifeblood, his entire life force to the search for perfection. That I must tell you, I must confess, amici, every time that I lay eyes upon such works, I am astounded. I think it's beautiful. I think it's amazing. and I cannot speak. I quite simply cannot speak. It is a delightful and a truly divine feeling. I hope that you can enjoy a feeling like that as well, once in a while. Attempts by subsequent artists to imitate the expressive physicality of Michelangelo's style contributed to the rise of mannerism, a short-lived movement in Western art between the High Renaissance and the Baroque. Very well. Oh, and this is the signature of my maestro. With this, we have to conclude this stream, given that I have a matter to attend to in a moment. Very well. This was a curious venture, but one which I am certainly delighted to had undertaken. I hope that it was just as delightful for you as well. Grazie, mille grazie per venire a questo stream, a questa trasmissione. La belleza y el arte son la bendición del mundo. A dopo, amici, a dopo. Sì. Okay. Wow. Okay, I gotta admit, that ended up being a bit more fun than I assume it will be. We're only going to do a salsa for like 2 minutes and then I really have to go. So like, streams, tracks. Whew. I was really nervous at first, and there were actually a lot of times where I didn't really quite get into the character. But as I said with the Miyamoto Musashi part, doing things at first it always includes some stumbling steps. I do gotta say as well, I did not expect so many people to join in, so I really am thankful for that. I really appreciate that a lot. I am still so nervous. And well, this stream at least served 2 purposes. And also I want to clarify the reason why I switched around the scheduling for this one is because I had like an unexpected situation coming up yesterday, and I also had a bunch of stuff on a schedule. Oh, thank you so much to Chris Robinson for the subscription. Grazie. Oh. And sorry, I simply got distracted here. I am checking something out. And because I might not necessarily have a lot of time on Thursday when I was planning to do this stream, and I wanted to complete it, I decided it was better to do it here already. I do apologize that I switched the scheduling around a bit. I will try I will not make an habit out of that, I promise. I want to be consistent. It's important to be consistent. Alright, now the two objectives that I completed with this stream was, as I said, I would really want to try doing more of the lore playing part and playing the character and remaining the character. Not only is the matter of keeping the voice, which might be more or less difficult for different situations and different people, but also maintaining the attitude as if you were voice acting a particular character instead of just talking at yourself, as it were. I think that is something that, to do it right, can be challenging, but it can also be profoundly rewarding, and thus it's something that I would like to do. And also, I really like doing creative streams. It genuinely is something that I enjoy quite a bit. It genuinely is something that I enjoy a lot. And well, it's another step forward. Here's hoping for many more steps forward. Alright. Okay, and very well. Thank you. Grazie. Muchas gracias. Adopa, Michi. Adopa. Nos vemos. Adiós. See you.